Hi guys, Angie with My Fairy Treasures. Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, let me scoot my chair in, sorry. Okay, you guys, I am coming at you. Oh, I tell you something. I always arrange myself before I get on here. And it's always different once you hit start. Anyway, what this big old pile of stuff is this. Are some Easter DIYs, Dollar Tree Easter DIYs, and I wanted to share how I made them. But first, I want to show you what we're going to make. So, first of all, we'll start out with these carrots. I made all of these carrots. You guys, I went insane. So let me just show you what one of them looks like. Aren't these so cute? Look at this. Now, you know, if you were to buy a carrot like this at Hobby Lobby, this would cost you $3 or $4 a piece. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make these for pennies. Oh, and how I was inspired by both these, the carrots and the bunnies, was by Our Green Acres. So, this wasn't my idea. I saw her video, and I was like, oh, I love it. Okay, so then I made a bunch of them like this in this fabric. So, these are like, to me, these are like Kenzie Child inspired. And then I made like 4 or 5 of these, of this one in this fabric. So I'm just showing you, it's all the same carrot and the same technique, but I'm just showing you the different fabrics. And this one, I have a little key hanging. If I can ever get the key to stay up. Isn't that so cute? So this is the top, you know, like the top of the carrot, like the greenery part. There we go. I'll hold on to it. Isn't that so cute, you guys? Okay, and then I have one like this. And this is the one I'm going to show you. Because this was like, it's like a towel. The fabric is kind of like, it's consistency of like a towel. And then, so you can get some towels from Dollar Tree. Especially in their automotive section. I've been wanting to buy a bag of automotive towels. Like little washcloth towels. I need to do that because that's the same thickness as these, I believe. So, I'm going to do that. Okay. But this, I took a stencil with black paint and decorated it with that. Isn't that fabulous? Look how steampunk, it's like a steampunk carrot. Okay, and this is the one I'm going to show you how to steampunk the carrot out too and how to make the whole thing. Okay, then I made bunnies. And there's these two. These two, the fabric I used was from Sheets. Aren't they so cute, you guys? Also going to show you how to make the flower to go on there. I think these are so cute. This is another one of those kind right there. Then I did some plain ones. I haven't decorated these up. I may leave them plain because I'm going to stack these in a basket. And these may just go, they'll probably end up going behind as filler. So I'm not going to worry about decorating these. And I love that I like to leave raw edges. I think that just looks more shabby chic, more vintage. And I don't care if it's the sewing is perfect or not. And we're not going to be sewing them. We're going to be hot gluing them. I'm going to show you with the hot glue gun. Did I already show you these? No. Okay. So here's this one. So this is like another Kenzie Child's inspired bunny. Isn't that so cute? Look at the little bow on him. Or her. So cute. And then I have 2 more that I haven't decorated. I'm probably going to put the bows on them. But that's what they look without the bows. And then this one is out of that fabric again that I said that's kind of like a towel, like a kitchen towel, or even like the fabric of automotive towels. Look at that with the little bow ties. I'm going to show you how to make the bow. Okay, so I wanted to show you, oh, and there's one other thing I did. I made this egg. You know how we did the stuffed hearts, like the big hearts that were like this big? Well, I made a stuffed egg. So it's like a little heart, it's like a little egg pillow. Look how cute that looks. So I'm going to show you how I did this too, because I made 2 of them, because in the basket, I want to, it's like a big square basket. I want to maybe stuff these behind, and then everything else can lean up against them, and they're the shape of eggs. And you can put like a little flower on it, or like a flower in the middle, or a bow at the top. I'm not really sure what would look good. So we might experiment with that at the end. So anyway, all right. I need a place to put all of this, all of these things. Okay. Okay, I have a place. Okay, just a second. You guys would laugh if you saw what I'm doing with all these. I have a box that's behind me, but it's not like super close. I'm checking all these into this box. That's full of other stuff. But I have to have somewhere for all this to go. And this is what I'm doing for my art projects for the week. And I have, next week will also be some more Easter DIYs, and then I'll be getting my Easter all together, and then I'll do a little video. And my whole house isn't Easter. I just have like 2 or 3 areas that I'm going to decorate Easter. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is the carrot. So how you make the carrot is you take a piece of paper, and some things are going to be Dollar Tree, made from Dollar Tree, and some things aren't going to be made from Dollar Tree things. But I will refer, like I said, this fabric, I would go and look either the kitchen towels at Dollar Tree, or even also the hand cloths, or the, oh, this is the other thing I want to say, automotive towels. That's that texture of what I'm using. Okay, so how do you get this shape and this pattern? Because this is the pattern that I ended up using. Okay, this is what the pattern looks like. Okay, so how did I create that pattern? I created that pattern by using just a regular sheet of paper, of copy paper, and making like a cone out of it. And you have to kind of experiment with it until you get it right. But let me kind of show you what I did. Is that what I did? It's a little bit big. Is that what I did? Yeah, this is what I did, I think. Okay, I know I look crazy, so just a second. Oh. It's not a complete even, you're just making a cone. Okay, I have to remember that that's what it is. It's making a cone, so I can get this right. I remember I just kept jacking with it until I got it right. That sounds horrible, jacking with it. That doesn't sound appropriate. All right, you guys, I'm going to put you on pause because for some reason my brain is not doing this right, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so just a second. Okay, you guys, so this is it here. So what I did is you need to fold this over like this. Even tuck this little corner in like this, and then bring this over. And what you're trying to do is you're just trying to create a triangle and a cone. What a damn mess. Okay, so this is what you're trying to create. Just this right here. Okay? That's all you're trying to create. So you can see what I did. So, your piece of paper, so bend over this little corner right here. Then bend that over like that. And then bend this over here, and then here. So that you end up, when you turn it over, you end up with a nice triangle. Okay? Alright? And then I just cut this out. Oh, this is confusing as hell. If you can think of another way to create a triangle that's simpler, then do it. You're just trying to create a damn triangle. And so now I'm just cutting it out so that I have a pattern. And this isn't even as perfect of a pattern that it should be, but you're just trying to get a triangle shape, okay? Like this. And I don't even remember doing all this. Oh, maybe I did cut it a little bit. Yeah, I guess I did cut it a little bit. So this is all you're trying to end up with, is a triangle like this. It may be a little smaller. It may be a little bit bigger than mine. No major. Like, see, this one's a little bit smaller than the original one that I did. Okay? So out of a piece of paper, you're just trying to get yourself a triangle. And I know that was a hot mess of explaining how to do a triangle out of this paper, but hopefully that was good enough. Excuse my camera, just trying to see if I want to. Well, maybe I want to put this back here. Okay. So let's continue on. So that's how I did. Every other pattern that I made is nowhere near that damn difficult that I just made that. Jeez. Okay. Sometimes that's the way it is, you guys. So you have your triangle, okay? And that's how, so then I put my triangle onto my fabric. I use some pins here, 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 and here, and then cut it out, okay? Then I took my sewing machine and I sewed it just from, oh, and this is the other thing you want to do. You want to measure about 4 inches. So that's 4 inches right there, right? Put a little pin right here going across. So you know where to either stop with the glue gun or where to stop with the sewing machine. So you need to stop right here because that's 4 inches from here to the top, right? So sew or hot glue, okay? Did I hot glue this one? No, I didn't. I'll hot glue this one with you guys. Okay, so and this one I'll show you how I hot glued it, but just a second. We got to first, I'm going to do the painting with you. Okay, so how I made this look like very steampunky with the paint like this one. I took some steampunk looking stencils. These are Andy Skinner stencils. Aren't those fabulous? Love them. This one and or this one or mixture of both. And then I used some black acrylic paint. Put it right over here on my mat. Probably need a little more than that. Okay. A makeup sponge. And let's start doing some stenciling on here. Decide what I want to do. At the bottom, I want to do 751 just down the center. Okay. I'll tell you what I need to do is clean up my damn craft room. I had it all cleaned nicely, and then I did a haul video in here, and then I never put away all my haul stuff. So it's everywhere. All right, that 751 looks like the bomb. Love it. And I'm not going to go up any higher than the 4 inches because here, this is where we're going to do all the cutting to make all those fringes at the top. So that's why you stop right there. Let's put this ticket number at the top here. Okay, and then we need something else here, right? Let me see what else I want to do. Let me put that over to the side. I want to do the 1812 Paris. I think that'll look good. And I'm just using cheapy acrylic black paint. I got mine from Walmart, 50 cents. But if you want to, they have really nice big things of black acrylic paint. Now, not the tempera or the tempera paint, not tempera, but the black acrylic paint. You can buy that at Dollar Tree and use that. The tempera is more like a child's type of thing. I don't think it'll be good to use for this. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that so cool, you guys? This is exactly how I did my hearts. Remember I did a thing on stuffed hearts for Valentine's Day? And I also got this from Our Green Acres of stamping on this. Now, she didn't do this on her carrots, but she did it on her hearts, her stuffed hearts. I just thought about that. Oh, that looked cute on the carrots. So that's what I did. Okay, so this needs to be put aside and dry. And I need to clean up my mess. So let me do that really quickly. Because if not, we will have black paint everywhere. And we don't need it everywhere. Okay. If you don't want to smear something and get it right off your mat, whether it's glass or plastic or whatever, just use a dry paper towel. Because when you use something wet, it smears it. But if you use something dry, unless you let it dry out too much on your mat, but if it's still pretty wet, you can just do one removal with the paper towel. Just a second, you guys. I'm getting out a baby wipe, which does not want to come out of here. Jeez. Always on a video. Things want to give you a problem that are so simple. Anyway, I'm just making sure my hands are all cleaned up. So I don't have any black paint on any going anywhere else. Okay, we're good. So we're here. Now, this one is the one I was showing you from before. And it's already dried, okay? So what we want to do, so just pretend the one I just did is already dry, and that's this one, but this is another one. So we want to measure out 4 inches from the top, 4 inches from the bottom, or 4 inches from the top. Yeah, 4 inches from the top. Okay. And that's what we're going to stop at. So I'm just going to, I wish I had an extra little pin, but it's okay. So we know 4 inches from the top is about right here, right? So just measure that again. Okay, and it's just approximate. It doesn't have to be exact. And what I did is I took and went to my sewing machine and sewed here to here and here to here. But we're on video and everybody has a sewing machine, so we're going to hot glue it, okay? And hot gluing works out just as good. I really like the way stitching looks. And the other thing about stitching is I just find getting my sewing machine out and just straight line sewing like this is so relaxing. So I love just getting a big pile of these carrots, a big pile of the bunnies, and just sewing for a few hours. Just straight line sewing. And this is all straight line sewing is when you're doing something like this. It's very simple and very fun. If you've always wanted to sew, this is a good way just to get used to a sewing machine and learning to sew and get comfortable with a sewing machine is doing projects like this. The only thing you need to learn how is to thread your sewing machine, thread your bobbin, stuff like the basics like that. So you can get with somebody, get a sewing machine, and get with someone that can just show you those basics. Then you can do projects like this and just do straight line sewing. Okay, so then let's take the pins out. So now we can stuff. Right. Okay, good. So I'm going to turn this around so we can start stuffing. See how we stopped right there? Okay, and let me also make sure that I'm in frame still. Okay, this is perfect here. Okay, so I have some polyfill. You guys, this polyfill is only $2.99. That's the everyday price at Hobby Lobby. Personally, I think it's the best place to get your stuffing. You can't use, well, they don't even have coupons anymore. I'll say you can't use a coupon, but they don't even got coupons anymore, so it don't matter. But it never goes on sale. When they had coupons, you couldn't use a coupon, but that's their everyday price, and it's really cheap. $2.99 for all that. I don't know anybody else who has it for that price. I go with a very little bit to start with because it needs to go down to the bottom. Now, when you buy this, it always comes with these sticks like this. Don't ever throw those away. For one, so that you can use it for this. Just shoving that. I also use a pencil, the eraser side, just to shove the stuffing down. But also, they're little dowels. So once you're done with that bag of stuffing and you buy another bag of stuffing, you'll always, you can use those dowels for something else, in another craft project. So we're just going to keep stuffing. Oh, the sun finally came out. It's been rain. I live in Vegas. It's been raining for 3 days straight, which is a big major deal because it didn't rain here for almost a year, you guys. It didn't rain of anything of substance in Vegas for almost a year. And it's been so cold. I mean, to us, if it's 40, if it's 35, to us, that's freezing. To our plants, that's freezing. So, anyway, the sun just finally came out after 3 days. I mean, and it is out really bright. And I bought for my, fruit trees last week for my birthday. I told my husband I'd like to buy some fruit trees for my birthday. I always end up buying fruit trees and roses and stuff like that around this time so I can garden. And I wanted 2 fruit trees, 2 or 3. I wanted 4, but I just got 2 fruit trees. Do you know fruit trees are $30 a piece now at Walmart? No, I bought them at Lowe's. My goodness. These prices are out of hand. Okay. And the roses too, $9, $10. I used to be able to buy a fruit tree for $15 and buy rose bushes for like $7 to $10. Lord, what is going on with these prices? Gas is up to $3 a gallon here almost now at most places. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, let me stop complaining about prices. All right, so then let's take some twine. And I want to talk about this. Get your twine at Hobby Lobby. You can get it in the automotive section, and you get 3 of them. And this is the one that you get 3 of them. Or you can get one in the craft section. I think the one in the craft section is a little bit better quality, but the one that's in the automotive section, you get 3, and it's just as it's not as high quality, but it's good. I mean, this is it right here. And I was always thinking they were too cheap, so I always go spend more at Walmart to buy my twine. No, not anymore. The 3-pack in the automotive section, next time I go, I'm going to pick up like 5 packs. And then I'll be fully stocked on twine, because I use the heck out of twine. I know a lot of people have been buying the colored twine in the craft section at Dollar Tree, but I don't use that many colors. I will pick up a few colors because I like to use those for when I make gnomes for some bows. But there's so many colors that they have that I don't use, but I always use this burlappy looking color. Look how adorable this is. Is this adorable, you guys? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to cut. I'm going to show you how to cut these, the top for the little carrot part. For the carrot part. What is this at the top? The little greenery at the top. I cut it down the center first and just cut little strips. You definitely need fabric scissors for this, or a pair of paper scissors that you haven't used on too much paper so they're still sharp. I wonder if my Dollar Tree ones would work. Let me see. It's a little bit of, because I use these for mostly paper. Okay. Okay. Now, this is so cute. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, I threw the back. Now, you can, and I have the bow from the twine at the top. If you want, you can make another bow and put that at the top. You can hang a key off of the burlap or the twine, like I did that one. You can do whatever you want, or you can leave it just like this. Look how cute that looks at the top now. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. So flippin' cute. Look how cute that is. I love it. I'm just looking to see if I have my keys right here, because if I can, I'll put a key on the... I don't think I have my keys right here. I don't know what the heck I did with them. What the hell did I do with those keys? Oh, well. I probably called myself trying... Oh, here they are. I have a little bag of keys here. Let's put a little key onto this burlap thing here. The burlap string, if I can. Oh my gosh, you guys, nails, your fingernail. If you have fingernails, oh Lord, sometimes. All right, we're just going to cut this bag open because this is driving me nuts. There we go. Okay, I have this key, I don't know why, hooked onto this here, but let's just use that. How do I want to put this key on? You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to put the key on because this is going to take me a minute to decide how to put the key, but you saw the key on the other one. But just for example, you can hang the key like this. I would just need to tie another piece of twine on and then tie another piece of twine on here and then tie it onto here. Okay? But for the sake of time, let's not do that. But you can put a key on it. So that's your example right there. Look how cute that is. Or you can leave it just like this. This is super cute too. Absolutely love the carrot. Okay. And then you guys, this one over here is drying. And when this one dries, I'll do the same thing to that. Isn't that going to be cute? All right. Next, let's talk about the bunny. Okay. So remember I told you I was going to make a bunny out of, again, out of that like dish towel or kitchen towel type of fabric. So what I did for this bunny, for the form of it, at Dollar Tree, they have a bag of bunnies like this. And I think it's a banner of bunnies. And you even have the bunny tails too. So you can put the bunny tail on the back of it if you want. So I took one of these, I cut it off of that whole thing because they're all strung together. And I use this as a pattern. So I went and got a piece of paper and I put this down on a piece of paper like that, traced around it, okay? And now I have a pattern, right? So, and they still have those at Dollar Tree, a lot of Dollar Trees. So even though it's a little bit late in the season for Easter, because Easter's, you know, around the corner, they still have those. Now, the only thing I don't like about, I love how these ears are. Isn't it cute? The only thing I don't like about it is the ears aren't that big. Okay, so to stuff it with stuffing takes a little bit of time. So the next bunny I find, I want to make the ears, I might even just make the ears bigger the next time I trace this out. Or find a bunny that has a little bit bigger, fatter ears. But anyway, so then I took my pattern, put it onto, this was a calendar that I ended up using. Anyway, onto the fabric, okay, put my pins on, cut it out, okay? And then I ended up with this. So the Dollar Tree part of this is either you can use this, you can get your kitchen towels, your washcloths, or your hand towels or shop towels from Dollar Tree and pick up your bunny from Dollar Tree so that you have you can make your pattern, okay? And then plus you have all of these left for some other project and you have a bunch of little puffy tails. So I think it's worth it. $1 and you get all that. You get your pattern plus all that. I think it's worth it. Okay, because I heard someone say they didn't think that was worth it, but in my opinion, it's worth it. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and do this bunny. Now, I'm going to glue the whole thing together, except for when I get to here is what I'm going to leave out, okay? Because that's how I'm going to stuff it. Did I already? Oh, I already glued it. Oh, you know what? I already did glue it. So go ahead and take your hot glue, glue all the way around. I guess I did that to, and I glue all the way with your hot glue gun, all the way around. I guess I already did it just for the sake of time. Because it's going to take me a little time to stuff this damn thing because of these ears. Okay, but I left it open right here. Okay? Now, if you're going to sew it, same thing. Sew all the way around and leave it the opening right there. This opening is perfect because you can get up into the ears, on each of the ears with your batting. And then you can also get down to the bottom. So let's get started with that. Well, good for me. I guess I was thinking ahead. Because, you know, it takes a little time for this to do the stuffing. Now, when you first start the stuffing on the ears, you need it to be really, really small. Don't try to put a big thing, because it's going to be hard to get it in there. So I want to, and I'm going to use my pencil first, eraser side, to kind of get it over to the section that section. I'm going to do the furthest ear first. You're going to see me going back and forth between this little stick and this thing. I really find that the pencil with the eraser really moves the cotton. Okay, so we've moved the cotton up here, but look at this. I guess I didn't hot glue right there, so let me hot glue that in. That was one little area that I didn't hot glue good enough. But anyway, we have some batting in there. You can barely tell because the space there is not very big. All right, so with my finger, I'm going to kind of direct the cotton over to this ear over here. Using that eraser again, really get it going up there. Go back to this one and just kind of push it in. Perfect. It's actually going a lot faster because I've done a lot of these now, so now I got it down. When I was first doing it, I was like, okay, how am I going to get the cotton in those little ears? My favorite tool to get into moving the cotton through the ear is really a pencil with the eraser. I know that sounds weird. You would think that it would be that stick only, but it gets the cotton going in the direction and really gets it stuffed up there nice. Okay, so we got that ear stuffed. So let me show you what that looks like. So see, just a little bit of stuffing on the ear. So now let's stuff the other ear. Probably come down a little bit. Oh, not that much. Well, I like to you guys to be right on top of me, but you know what? Sometimes you just need to be, have the camera out a little bit so that you don't get out of frame. Okay, so same thing. Just take a little bit of cotton. Not majorly, but this one's a little more challenging because you're going to go all the way up with this cotton. And then you have to start going over into this ear because this ear is bent. Which is a little bit of a hassle. But it's so cute, the ear. How it bends like that. Sorry if I got out of frame. I was looking. Now I'm taking the small one because the small one's going to help me get the cotton, move the cotton to the end over here. And how did I discover using the pencil for part of this? It was at my desk, and I seen it and I said, oh, there might be the tool I need to use. Okay. And with this one, you can kind of direct the cotton with your finger. Get it going pretty good. Hopefully my head's not in this frame. And if you guys don't want to watch me stuff this and you want to get on to the next part, just fast forward. But most of you guys are always like working on another project while you're watching this, so we're all crafters here, so not too many people are just sitting there watching attentively. They're like, okay, what's she doing now? As they work on their project. Okay. And I'm just doing, like I said, small bits. That might be even too big. There we go. So we're working with a small area. Everything else is way easy to stuff the rest of this. It's just these ears. So if you like this bunny, get it at Dollar Tree. Buy this pack of bunnies. And you'll have this exact shape. But you can find patterns anywhere. It doesn't have to be Dollar Tree. I mean, you can go online and look for bunnies and print them out, cut them out, and there's a pattern. So, okay. Keep going with this. A little bit more. The last one I did kind of thicker because I don't mind all of it's not going to be shoved up into the ear. I need some sticking out so that it can continue on with the rest of it. Okay, so this is what this looks like. Okay, so now we got our ears stuffed. Also, again, I missed a little bit right here with the glue. What the hell? All right, we got that. All right, so now the rest of it is a cakewalk. So I take about that much, and we're going to start shoving it in down to the bottom. Okay. Get some more. I think we've got enough at the bottom. I told you the rest of it goes really fast. After you get those stupid ears done, then it's just really easy. The ears are easy too. Just once you kind of get the hang of it, bouncing between the little stick that comes in your polyfoam and your pencil, the eraser side. All right, let's just shove a little bit more in here. Okay. What I like to do is before I either sew it or glue in the one end, I like to shove all this stuffing back and put a pin in it so that it's basically closed. Okay. And I have to say, it actually is much easier with the bunny, because look how many, the bunny has so many little intricate little ways about it. It is easier to, what the hell is my hot glue sticks? It is easier to glue it than it is to sew it. Sewing's not hard, but you know, it just takes a little more, so. But at the same time, then you don't have those stitches showing. I think the stitches is really cute too. And if you enjoy the sewing part, which I really do. So it's up to you. Okay, so let's glue this. Okay. Take the pin out. And then kind of move your stuffing around so that, you know, it gets over to the side where you glued it. Look how cute this is. Look how adorable it is. Isn't this so cute? I love it. So I'm going to show you how to make a flower to put on the, am I going to do a, so on one of the bunnies, I remember I did a flower on the tummy. Another one I did the bow tie. Let me look at my time. I think I'll show you the flower. And I'll show you the bow tie too. Because people have been wanting me to do some of my flowers. So it's a messy, I call it a messy, a scrappy flower. So let me show you how to make a scrappy flower. Okay, so let's put the bunny aside. Let's make a scrappy flower. Okay, I have this little small circle, and you know how you have like a spool of ribbons from Hobby Lobby? That's the small one. That's how I made my pattern for this. Okay, so you need something like this size. Okay, which is a little bit smaller than the bunny tummy, right? And I always have bags of scraps like this. So I never throw away any fabric. So I want a little piece of lace in this. I want a little piece of... I have some scraps of this left over. Oh, this can be a whole nother bunny. Or a bunny or something, can it? Can this be a bunny? No. Anyway, we'll use a scrap of that. We'll use a scrap of this. Alright, that's probably enough. So I'm going to take my pattern with this lacy fabric. This isn't really a scrap. This is just lacy fabric that I have. For lace like this, I like to go to like thrift stores and pick up tablecloths, lacy tablecloths, and you can pick them up for a couple of dollars, and you'll have tons of lace like this. And I just put it right on top, and I'm not even... Let's just cut this out so I'm not working from this big piece. I'm not trying to be perfect about it. I doubled it up so I can have two little circles. And I just go around like this. And if you get a little unperfect about making your circle, no major. You kind of want it scrappy looking. It's a scrap flower. So now I have 2 lacy circles. Okay, so that's done. We'll put that back in the bag. Then we could double up and do 2 of these. This is that fabric that I made the bunny out of. So never throw away your scraps. As they say over, I think it's England, don't throw away your cabbage. That's what they call this stuff, cabbage. And then I still won't throw away this cabbage or these scraps like this, because you can use this as stuffing for one of your things you want to stuff, like these rabbits or the carrots. Okay, so now we have these 2. So we're just making little circles at this point. So we have these 2 circles, we have this, and then let's cut out 2 circles from this. You don't have to cut out 2 circles. I'm just cutting out 2 circles. You could even quadruple this up so that you can make a whole bunch of circles and make a whole bunch of flowers. And you can use anything for your circle. That's just what I use, was just the smaller spool left over from lace, from Hobby Lobby spools of lace. You can maybe even use this, the same size as this. Look, the top of this, and put it on a piece, and this is a piece of a file folder. Okay, so now we have these 2 here. So now we have those 2, okay? All right, so now what we want to do is we want to put this scrap flower together. We're going to do that with some hot glue. So we can put anything down as a base. So let's put this down first. We'll put this next. And you're just going to put these circles together. And just put the glue right in the center. You want it loose everywhere else because you're going to be throwing stuff on that. We'll put this down. Scoot that circle over there. And then we'll put the piece of lace on top for the last one. You can use any fabric. You can even use those little rosettes for the last one, which will look really cute, from Hobby Lobby. A bunch of you guys bought those when they were clearancing out the laces and stuff. They come on like a whole, they come on a roll, and it's a whole thing of like little rosettes like this round of roses. They're really cool. Really pretty. Okay, so now you have all these layers, right? Okay. We're not working pretty small, so I'm gonna rearrange this camera a little bit. All right, this is probably good right here. Okay. So this is how you make this shabby and start making it look like a flower. Okay, take bits of whatever you have. You can use bits of cheesecloth. In fact, I have some cheesecloth right here. This is even actual cheesecloth. This is that stuff you get from Dollar Tree that looks like cheesecloth at Halloween time. That gauzy looking stuff. So it's almost better than cheesecloth because it has more texture to it. See? So take your scissors and you can just take little bits of this. Kind of fold it a little bit. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. And you want to go in between these flowers. Like the first one will just go right here. And just go inside like this. Do I have my... We'll use this. I was looking for like my cake spatula. Which I know I have one. I have that in here. What the heck can I do with that? There it is. This thing. Okay, so you want to keep doing that all the way around. And you're going to have these little fuzzy things sticking out. You can use also Fun Fur. Which, let me get some of it out. You can use Fun Fur, which they had this at Dollar Tree at one time. And they had it for months. It's like they couldn't get rid of it. I bought so much of it. If they don't have it at Dollar Tree anymore, I haven't seen it there. They might have it at your Dollar Tree. Go to another section of your lace right next to it and just keep going. You can buy the Fun Fur always at, you know, Michael's, Joann's, wherever. But if you ever see it at Dollar Tree, pick it up because that is the cheapest price I've ever seen this type of Fun Fur. And I've always used this Fun Fur in my flowers. Even different flowers that I make besides these. So make sure you pick up your Fun Fur. They had some Fun Fur that looked like this recently. Isn't that fabulous? It's a little bit shorter. It's not as long as the other one. Okay, also, little pieces of lace like this. I have this lace on here. We're going to put some of this on there. This is actually isn't, what you want to do is use little bits. Like if you have like a bunch of leftovers, go through your little leftover stash. But this actually, the lace part really isn't leftovers, but I like it, so I'm using it. But little bits of lace like this. Okay. Let me see what else I have over here. Here's some more lace that I have that I think would be really pretty in this. Okay, so here's some more lace. Oh! Something happened to my scissors. Something got in there. What the heck got in my scissors? So much that I almost cut myself. My scissors don't want to shut right. I don't know if they're just old or if something got in there. That was crazy. Okay, so let's go to another section. And you can just keep trading sections of where you're putting this in. Don't just do it right in the same one next to it. Just kind of switch it from the first to the last and keep going. And right now it almost doesn't look like much, but it will be. This is a piece of this is an actual piece of what do you call it? It almost looks like that Halloween stuff, but it's not. Muslin. Or no. Cheesecloth. It was a little scrap of cheesecloth I had. So all those little scraps of stuff, keep a little bag or a little box of scraps. Because you can make scrap flowers like this from it. And I learned this flower from Chrissy Crosser. You guys check out Chrissy Crosser. She's awesome. She does a lot of like junk journals, but really shabby, vintagey looking ones. And she loves making these type of flowers. And that's where I learned this flower from. And look, I'm not even using this flower in a junk journal, art journal. I'm using it on this bunny. Okay. So we're going to keep going around. I'm going to use some fun fur. Hopefully my camera hasn't turned off or anything crazy. Where are we at? Nope, it hasn't. And you just keep filling this in until it looks really just like a bunch of little bits and it looks really filled in. Look, another piece of lace needs to go over here. Whatever was in my scissors, I guess it fell out. I don't know what the hell was in my scissors. That was crazy. It was like in the crux of my scissors. Then it almost made my scissors malfunction. It almost cut me to death. Well, I'm exaggerating. It wasn't going to be to death, but it wasn't fun. Okay, so I'm going to take some more of this type of crazy looking stuff here. Whenever I do my hauls at Halloween time, I always tell you guys, pick up a bunch of this creepy cloth. That's what they call it. Pick up this creepy cloth because you can use it in your projects. And one of the projects I was talking about was this, what I'm doing right now. You can also use it in mixed media to get like a really vintagey, frayed look. So I need to cut that a little bit because that's a little long. There we go. See how it's just getting fuller and fuller all the way around? So you just kind of look at it and think, okay, we need some more fun fur. And you just look at it and see what it needs. If things are a little bit too big, just cut them off. I'll show you one more thing else that I have. Do I have it right here? Put this foam away. I don't know if I have it here. I want to show you some bits that I had. Okay, is this it? Yeah. This right here is just like, it was like a blanket. This is what this was made out of. It was a blanket originally, and then this is like the edges of the blanket. And it's just good texture for something like this, isn't it? So cut a little piece off. I'm going to put that right here. So you can see what I'm talking about. You just go get little bits of whatever you have, okay? Little bits of lace. You could even use little bits of fabric, whatever. And look at that little rag flower. Isn't that just fabulous? Or little fairy flowers. I think that's what Chrissy Crosser calls them. I think she calls these little fairy flowers. Okay, so we have all of our bits of everything. I'm going to put that down. Now you can put a button here, or you can put a bead here, whatever you want to do. I have these. These are spare parts I got from Hobby Lobby. They're normally like $3 or $4. Let's see if the price is on them. I picked these up for 99 cents when they were on clearance. Most of you guys watching this have been shopping that 99-cent clearance at Hobby Lobby. They have it every year around this time. Okay, so that's going to go right in the middle of our little flower. Yeah. I could have used a button. I could have used anything. If you have a really pretty rhinestone brooch, if you want to use that, you can use that. If you have a little earring, whatever you have is what you can use. And just a button in the middle would look really cool too. Okay, press that down for a second. Sorry about that. Just pressing this down, making sure it's attached. Kind of fluff things up. You can kind of fluff up the fabric, fluff up the thing, and then look at the flower. Isn't that just pretty? And if you just want a real shabby little flower, look at that. A little rag flower, a little shabby flower, a little fairy flower, whatever you want to call it. So this is going to go on the tummy of our bunny. How cute is that? All right, so let's just put some glue on the back. And that's going to go on the tummy of our little bunny. And look what that turns it. Doesn't that fancy up our bunny so much? Let's also put a little bow. Just tie a bow on her ear. So whatever you want to do it with. You could do it with a piece of twine. I'm going to use this piece of lace. A piece of twine would look really cute too. And I just do it like that. And however this bow ends up is how this bow ends up, basically. I might probably mess with it for a second, but if it goes a little crooked or whatever, I don't care, because it's a little... We want these to look very farmhouse, very vintage, French country. These type of style fits all that. So I'm making my Easter very like French country. I love that French country look. To me, French country is nothing but farm, just a little bit shabby, a little bit chicer farmhouse. In my opinion, that's what that means. Okay, so look how cute this is. Isn't she adorable, you guys? I'll go like this with her, and then I'll take close-up pictures. I'll have this like all set up. It's not gonna be completely set up because I'm gonna have other things that I want to do, but you'll get an idea. Look how cute. Just lay her down like that. Oh my gosh, so cute, so adorable. Okay, so the last thing we want to do, quick, is I want to show you how I did the egg. So what I did to make the egg, the stuffed egg, is I took this is the wooden eggs from Dollar Tree. Hopefully they still have them. If they don't, they also have a bigger one that you could also use that's like a sign, but then they also have just the plain wood ones. Put this on a piece of paper. You have to use a big piece of paper. This is bigger than the 8.5 by 11 copy paper. You can use a paper bag. There you go. Or, you know that paper that you get at Hobby Lobby that they wrap up your breakables in? Always grab a couple extra pieces of that. They don't care. Because you can, if you need some type of paper to make a pattern out of, you have a big piece. So this was, I used actually, one of those calendars, those calendars you put on your on your desk, a desk calendar, the big ones. I save those always so I have big sheets of paper to do things with. So that's what I use for this pattern. So I just put that onto my piece of paper, traced around it, cut it out, and now I have my egg pattern. So simple, simple. And it all started with this. Now I can also decorate this, right? Now I can decorate this. I'm going to do this on Mackenzie Child style. I'm going to hand paint it Mackenzie Child style. And I'll show you that on a video next week. Okay, and then I put this onto the fabric like this, pinned it on, and then cut it out. And then that's how I ended up with this right here. I have a lot of little fuzzies on this. I'll remove them in a second. So then, quickly, all we're going to do is hot glue these two together. Oh, let me come out a little bit because now we're dealing with something that's quite a bit bigger. Okay. So then you can either sew this or hot glue it. So we're going to hot glue this. The one I showed you guys, when it was all done, I hot glued it. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a bow on this, but it's an egg shape. I just feel like the bow is going to look, I don't know, weird. So I'm just going to use these, like in my basket, I'll put the eggs behind, like 2 eggs behind, and then I can stack carrots and the bunnies and everything else in the basket. But I think it's a good stuffer. That's what I'm thinking. I'm also going to take, next week, I'm going to Finnebar style these eggs. So I'll show you that in a video too. I'm going to do a Mackenzie check on it, and then I'm going to do a Finnebar thing on the back of these next week. So you guys will see it. I think that'll be my 2 videos for next week. I might have 3. Because I definitely have to finish up next week and then get my Easter stuff up. I'm running a little bit behind or late. I decided in January, like an idiot, to do my bedroom French country, and I hadn't even taken my Christmas stuff down. So my Christmas stuff didn't even go down until February, because the month of January I decorated my bedroom French country, plus all my other videos, you know. I did mixed media and I did my Dollar Tree hauls. So then I didn't start taking my Christmas down until February 1st. So because I decided to do that at the last minute, everything is really behind for me. So, oh well. My bedroom looks great, so I need to do that. I need to do the tour of my bedroom. I said I would do a tour of my French country bedroom, so I need to do that. I like to take still life, like still pictures, and make a video out of it. So that's what I'll be doing. And the reason I like to do that is because otherwise I'll go around the room. I don't know how to film while moving. It'll be a damn mess. So it'll be stills made into a video. And then you can really look at them. Because I'll make the pictures, like, I'll set it so that you get like 10 seconds on each picture so that you can really look at it. I'm just taking all these fuzzies off because it's really bugging me. So then what we do from here, that's it. So from here, I won't stuff it because, you know, this video is long enough. I left the opening at the top, and then you just stuff it. So you stuff the whole thing, and then you just put your hot glue there. But you have your egg shape. Isn't that cool? So you have like these little Mackenzie check styled, inspired eggs that you can put in your decor, which I think are really, really cute. So, and you can do this with any fabric. I just have this black and white check, which reminds me of Mackenzie Child's, and I love it. So make yourself some eggs, some carrots, and some rabbits, and look how cute in a basket. How cute would that look, or on a tray, or in a 3-tiered tray? Look at all of this. Wouldn't that be adorable? Yeah. So you guys, that is it for this one. Kind of a long video. You know what? Why am I saying that? All my videos are long. It don't matter if I do a Dollar Tree haul, or if I do a Dollar Tree DIY, or if I do a mixed media video. My videos are always long. I I love me a long video because I'm always crafting along, and that way I don't have to go find another video. I can just watch that for the next hour while I craft. That's what I like. So, all right, you guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. If you guys create any of this, come join our magical little place. No matter what craft you do, just come join our magical little place and share whatever crafting you're doing there. And especially if you make some of these, come share these with us. And let me know if you're going to try your hand at any of these, the eggs, the carrots, or the bunnies. Okay? All right, you guys, that's it. Remember, do something nice for someone today. And remember, my friends, we have more in common than we do not. All right, I'll talk to you guys next video.